Well. Welcome, beautiful bodies, Saint Germain and family. Second semifinal legs finally over. Let's do this. First game, let's do it like last time. We talk about Inter Bayern. Again, I had this game on the side, prioritized the Arsenal Madrid game, obviously. And it was a tight game. Bayern, once again, despite the injuries, despite, Kompany's first season, not the most strongest competitive squad. Once again, they put on a good enough show. Took the lead, obviously, through Harry Kane. Great finish. Obviously, as you can see, goals came straight after that. First half, both teams had some small chances here and there. Is Inter going to score? Is Bayern going to score? Bayern get the first goal, but then Inter. 2 consecutive goals from corner kicks as well. I mean, I'm not a Bayern fan. I didn't want Bayern to go through, but not that I care. I don't care Inter or Bayern go through, but seeing 2 corner goals scored against you, it does hurt a bit. Obviously, Eric Dyer brings it back. Bayern kept on the pressure. Sommer, though, made some good saves there towards the end. But this Inter Milan defense, the blocks. Inter block Milan. Blocking every single thing. I don't know if you can find a single statistic for that. Blocked shots. 3? No. You see, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. No, they're lying. The stats are lying. They had at least fucking 30 blocks this game, man. Headed clearances. Because Bayern, position side, they want to push Inter back to that box. And they just kept on putting in balls. Olise had some good opportunities. Kane, Müller. The shots get blocked. And obviously then dangerous from counterattacks. But they still didn't do anything from counterattacks this game, as in a goal. But they definitely put some pressure on Bayern Munich sometimes. But yeah. Ties over. Inter Milan. I said it before. Them and Arsenal, 2 best defensive sides in the world. Probably edge it to Inter. But yeah, best defensive side in the world. Obviously set to face FC Barcelona. We'll talk about the semi-final legs in another video. But yeah, Martinez, great goal from a corner. And then it was Pavard who got the other goal from the corner. Bayern Munich, obviously Harry Kane got the goal. Just wasn't enough. And Eric Dyer obviously also got a goal. Not the best performance from Urbig, but not the highest expectations. But looking at this Bayern side, Kim Min-jae has to leave the club. I think Konrad Laimer is a good player, but I don't know if he's a starting caliber for Bayern Munich. Like, I have high expectation over Bayern. I mean, Müller starting in a game like this. Goretzka, Stanisic, Sané. Obviously, Davis is injured. Musiala is injured. Upa is injured, but he would have been for Dyer. So Bayern need a huge squad revamp into next season. I mean, Sané as, Müller as, Goretzka, I guess decent, Laimer decent, Kim Min-jae as, Stanisic decent. Just no starting quality. Urbig as well. Like, we have never seen a top club, take a keeper from the academy and him becoming their starting keeper, apart from maybe Madrid with Casillas. Like, you need to sign a top keeper, and then this guy should be the backup, taking over that role. Maybe, what's that Israeli called? Peretz. Maybe Peretz should have started. I don't know, this Urbig guy, whenever I've seen him, he doesn't... Maybe he's a great talent. He just isn't a good player at the moment. Olise, had a good enough game, but, Olise is still... I'm not going to put that expectation on him, to have a big game. He was still good in this game, but I was expecting more in the future seasons of him. But yeah, apart from that, not that much to say. Inter Milan team, yeah, just all of this defense. Midfield just working very hard, and then you have the 2 attackers on the counter-attack. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say about this game. Moving on to the Arsenal and Real Madrid game, obviously, which I was way more focused on. What a huge performance from Arsenal FC. Like, this performance, in my opinion, is way more, how can I say? Like, just way better than their previous performance. I felt that performance was overrated, especially by the scoreline. It was flattering in my opinion, but this time it was not. This time it was Arsenal. They controlled the entire game. When they wanted to take a breather, they won a smart foul. When they wanted this, they got that. They even got 2 goals in this game when this game was solely about focusing on defending, but they still outscored Real Madrid, winning at the Bernabeu, winning 5-1 against Real Madrid. Yeah, as someone who has doubted Arsenal, as someone who has critiqued Arsenal, as someone who's hated on Arsenal a lot, I have to hold my hands up and say, no, Arsenal showed me stuff in both of these ties that I didn't expect from this Arsenal side. The mentality that they showed against this Madrid side. And think about it, footballing wise, I don't really care because Madrid always get cooked. I saw Leipzig fucking cook this dog shit Madrid side. But for me, it's the mentality, especially defensively. Like, even after Saliba makes that mistake, it still didn't affect Arsenal. Like, they just, mentality-wise, they were so comfortable. Arteta also deserves a huge shout-out. He's the one that has coached this team. He's the leader of this team. And yeah, no, Arsenal looked so mentally strong. I've seen so many sides goes to the Santiago Bernabeu versus Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout stages. And, you know, something just happens. They don't play the same way. Something, I never saw that with Arsenal. And it has to be one of the most impressive performances I've seen at the Bernabeu. It's just very impressive from Arsenal this game. Like, Timber absolutely locked down Vinny Jr. Lewis Skelly, there wasn't that danger from that much from the right side, but another good game. Saliba and Kivior, I mean, a lot of good clearances, so on. Rice had a good game. I don't know about Odegaard, man. Wow, Merino double assist, didn't know that. Saka, obviously, a great goal. Martinelli, great goal. That pen, I got disgusted when Saka took that fucking pen, man. That was a disgusting penalty. But shout out to him. Second chip went in this time. Merino, good assist to Saka, and good assist to Martinelli. Yeah, just two good like playmaking opportunities there for Merino. Going to the Real Madrid players, Courtois obviously made the penalty saves, made some good saves here and there. Not you know, any insane saves I felt this game. The defense, horrendous midfield. Yeah, Asensio, what a stupid penalty to give away. He's lucky the game wasn't over that early on. Valverde, Tchouameni, Bellingham, and Mbappe. I mean, this is just a stinky side. First of all, it's a stinky side in terms of talent. Alaba, where he is in his career, should not be starting for Real Madrid. Vasco should not be starting for Real Madrid. Asensio, he's a good talent, but I don't think yet he should be starting for Real Madrid. Game in, game out in the biggest Champions League games. Rudiger looks a bit washed, but I guess he's still decent. Tchouameni, not Real Madrid caliber. Valverde is good. Rodrigo, I think Rodrigo has to leave. If Vinny's being kept at the club, Rodrigo has to leave. But Vinny has to be sold. I know he had like a... Nah, he was mid. He was honestly mid. Like, that goal, that's a Saliba mistake. Let's not give Vinicius any prop for that. He has to go to Saudi. Bellingham, I've watched the Champions League knockout stages. I've watched pretty much every single Madrid game, both last season and this season. And this guy hasn't performed a single time. A single time. This guy has to be the most overrated player in footballing history. Going from one overrated to another disgustingly overrated player in Kylian Mbappe. Obviously, there will come a video where I completely fucking go into this rat. So I'll keep it simple with Mbappe. Just another generational stinker. Absolutely no threat. Diving for a fucking disgusting penalty. But yeah, this Madrid team, first of all, as I said, so many players are not Madrid quality. Second of all, there is no balance. Your double pivots, none of them can handle the ball. When it comes to Arsenal, they have a double pivot that are not the best with the ball in Partey and Rice. But it's not the biggest problem because Arsenal are not a possession side. They are a very defensive side. Madrid, at their best, are a counter-attacking side with Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo up in attack. But there are going to be moments where you need your midfielders, especially as Real Madrid. And this double pivot just is not technical enough. And then you have Bellingham, who is basically a Dele Alli. He's basically a second striker. He's basically a Marcus Thuram that drops deep. Like, this guy, I never want to hear a midfielder from Bellingham. This guy absolutely stinks. So it's just completely unbalanced, especially in the midfield. The attack is even more unbalanced. You basically have three players that are left wingers. Mbappe and Vinny have a big ego and are not selfless players. This Madrid team is just chaotic. But as I said, footballing wise, if Arsenal or any team, you know, performs well versus Madrid, it's not that big of a thing for me. Why? Because many teams have done it. But as I said, the prop I give Arsenal for in this game is the mentality. They showed elite mentality throughout the entire game, winning fouls when they wanted, you know, getting breakthrough when they wanted, winning the goal as they wanted. Yeah, they dictated the game. Madrid were reacting to what Arsenal were doing the entire game. So yeah, no, I have huge respect for Arsenal after this game. Definitely proved me wrong. Definitely proved a lot of people wrong. And this Madrid side, I mean, it's proved people right, I guess. Especially now the juju is over. Because if we talk about Madrid in the Champions League, especially the recent Fugazi Champions League wins, it's so Fugazi. It's so Fugazi. All they're relying on is mistakes from the opponents, one Fugazi header and so on. No overall performance, no football, no tactics. And they finally get exposed. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Shout out to Arsenal. Huge performance. If I can say, like, has my mind changed about any Arsenal player? I've rated David Raya. Timber, honestly, at least a top 5 right back in the world. Skelly is good. I don't know where to put him, but he's good. Saliba, I mean, he's just proving me right. He's just not that player that Arsenal fans talk about. Declan Rice, I guess, a little bit better than I think he is, but not that much has changed. Partey is decent. Odegaard, honestly, the same. He still has some mentality flaws. Like, there was some chances he had in this game. I don't know. Saka, yeah, no, he's good. He's so good. Saka is so good. Merino, I don't know. Martinelli, good going for him. Apart from that, it didn't do that much. And Madrid, yeah, it's basically the same. Mbappe, just an average stinker. Vinny trying, but not enough. Bellingham is ass. Rodrigo is unimpactful, inconsistent. And yeah, this double pivot is just terrorism football. But that ends it. For the Champions League quarterfinal, Paris Saint-Germain beat Aston Villa. And set to face Arsenal, who beat Madrid. And FC Barcelona, who beat Dortmund, set to face Inter Milan, who beat Bayern Munich. I'm really excited for this Champions League semifinals. Obviously, only played in 2 weeks' time. There will come a lot of Champions League content, including a more insight into the Champions League finals, my early thoughts, who I think is going to go through percentage-wise and so on. But yeah, huge performance from Arsenal, huge performance from Inter Milan. Both teams go through, and that's it for the Champions League quarterfinals. And this new format, shout out to this new format. It's a great format. This new format is a great format. Yeah. I can't wait for the semifinal discussion and for the games to be played, especially because they're going to be on different days. So I will be able to watch both games with no distraction at all. That's been it from my boy PS Gent. Hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.